Today's episode of the Saturday Sunday Hit Anime Show comes courtesy of Crunchyroll Funimation. Watch We Never Learn along with us, in sub only, no dub available. Also, a subscription to Crunchyroll is required for legal streaming. Links to everything in the description below. Now, on to the show! Hello everyone and welcome back to the Saturday Sunday Hit Anime Show. I'm your anime host, Older Bro.
I'm your other anime host, Younger Bro.
And today I swore that was wrong, that was broken. And today we will continue in, what the hell is the show again? We Never Learn.
This is not what I had in mind.
Yes, you do, girl. You get to see her in your
So
pajamas.
Cute.
I have never Yeah. Oh god, she's going to fall for him now. But no, I really...
I don't have any proof of that.
No, I don't think she will. First off, I'm pretty sure she's gay. But I actually just really appreciate that they brought in a different main character, basically. Like, I really like the interaction of they bring her in, and she's just like, oh, thank God, I can be the main character with her for a minute. Well, again, that will definitely be the best friend girl. Just, there's no arguments. Ortega already has another option here, right? So it's not Ortega, I'm sorry, but Younger Bro has ruined me by constantly saying Ortega. But, yeah.
I keep thinking she has an R in her name, and she doesn't.
So anyways, she has a perfect other partner right next to her right now. She's the other girl is apparently a yandere now. So we can't have that. So it has to be the best friend. And the teacher's too old for him.
If only you were 20 years older.
And let's be honest, the sister is not an option.
No. We rarely see the sister.
And that's the point.
I mean,
She blushes about it twice, and we never see it again.
That's probably a good thing.
Yes, that is one of the best decisions the show has made, because the sister's opinion doesn't matter.
But she does have a couple funny scenes. I smell a woman on you here and here.
If she lives in the same house as you, she should not be dated.
No. Yeah, this is one of those cases
I
where
don't
she
care
is
if it's
directly related, so she should not be dated.
If you're directly related, don't date her. If you're indirectly related, still don't date her. That is definitely Krillin.
Dragon Ball.
That is Krillin.
That is a Dragon Ball reference. We spoke too soon.
I need a break, and it's a festival.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Oh boy, you're gonna see them kimonos, aren't you?
Dude. It's a festival. The girls are going to show up.
Dun 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 dun.
Oh, hey, you look really cute.
Oh, they use the same kind of style of kimonos, like
Hazuki and Kazuki.
Like what's its face? The last anime we watched. Damn it. Ha ha ha! Natural in it.
And yet you seem to, yeah, you seem to like it.
It just comes natural. She's got a destruction! Oh shit!
She literally is not
off
hearing
into
anything else.
dreamland. She is so happy. Oh no. Oh no!
They're off! Hold on. You know what? Hold on. You know what? I bet you money the mother knows that the sister really likes him. So they're doing everything in their power to get him a girlfriend as soon as possible.
Oh, please.
This is the Furuhashi episode. Wow.
You got a ponytail.
That's cute. She's wearing it like he wanted. Yes, it does!
Yes! Yes, it does!
Of you, absolutely. Uh-oh. Oh, this... Okay, sorry. I thought this was gonna be the maid cafe.
Father's happy.
Yep. She's on break.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't let it kill you.
I can tell you, do you need help?
Yep. Let's go. Oh.
I also want to be a good wife for Yuki.
Wow. They agreed to this. Why am I sitting here alone? Uh-oh. Wait. She's gonna see them walk past.
Run past. I like how we're in the Earthbound world now. They all
the stall owners ordered from him. Oh.
Take it.
How?
She really wants it. Uh-huh. Oh my god, it's so cute! Wait, you want me to...
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a show that actually wanted to be, what's the animal show?
Satan Academy?
Yeah, this show is just actively asking to be Satan Academy.
I do get Satan Academy vibes from this, but only in like the art style. Oh, damn.
Yeah. Hey, stop shooting us!
She's the Terminator! Do you see how she reloads it? She has good practice.
It was rigged! How did you
She's the Red Power Ranger!
I wish she'd step on me and I wish she'd shoot me!
I want her to John Wick me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Run away! Oh! Oh, that was some knees into the
leg.
Oh! Oh, yep. That's what I thought. Damn, I did not know that happened. Oh.
That's bullshit.
Ooh.
And yet you really like it.
This is the second time. Why is she...
Yes, you are.
Why is she colored and him not? Of course.
Of course she is.
I
She's a doctor.
I didn't know she was in this episode.
I mean, it's barely a sprain.
Like, I knew that she was in a kimono at some point, and he was helping her, but I thought he was helping her with her kimono, not this.
This sounds like Earthbound music.
You took
almost.
a couple of minutes. I'm still waiting. Ooh. Now she's not colored! Make up your minds!
They can't.
She's so enthused by the stars. Entranced, sorry.
She doesn't get a moment with him. Or maybe she does right here.
Aww.
No way you're leaving.
Nope, help her.
Yeah, there was no way on earth you were leaving. That means she's gonna have to stay at somebody's house.
Ha ha ha! Mm-hmm.
Wow, she literally just...
no, she... I thought she was just playing him!
I mean,
she is
just playing him, and also she's not.
I think she's also serious.
So yes.
Like, oh.
But, what?
Wait! Where's Furuhashi?
And sis?
Twin sister?
they
lost
the other
happy.
one. I like the idea that they lost her first, then lost... Yeah, they both got lost! Both of them got lost.
Huh? Oh! Oh, is there a difference? Okay.
Yeah, they both got lost.
Oh, okay. I see you. I see what you're doing, anime.
They're both gonna be at the train station.
Everyone's gonna be at the train station.
No. There she is.
Furuhashi? I like how it just unblackens even though she hasn't moved from that spot. I like it when you call me master.
Both must take the taxi together.
They're gonna walk. You're gonna walk the whole damn way.
That's concerning. That's gonna be a far distance.
Anyway, they do kimonos similar to Lycurus Recoil.
So, like, kimonos.
Well, where it's obvious that this shirt is actually white and they have it, like, on top of another layer. And under that layer is this design.
Could be.
I noticed that the flowers moved, that's how I could tell. What?!
Of course they do. You will not. That's why we're trying to avoid it! And yet she likes it.
Oh my god, I was not expecting this from Furuhashi at all.
Yes. Yes, she is. We'll be fine. Okay.
They're gonna sit up all night.
Okay. You cannot do the scene. Now the problem,
neither one of them wants to do it.
I was gonna say, they are both going to sleep in this bed. That's a lie.
They are legit getting... Seriously.
That is true. He isn't.
He is not.
And
no.
that's...
She's playing with her hair.
They're both just like, yep, this is completely fine. Neither of these two find it fine.
They're not going to sleep a wink.
No one's going to sleep.
She's so stupid! You're not that close. Now you are.
No one's sleeping.
Someone's staring.
No.
Will they fall asleep to the stars?
No.
Forget people, you should be an astronomer.
Well, she wants to be. She can't. She's not science-minded.
I'm going to be an astronaut.
Very beautiful.
That sounds like a movie.
It does, really. The amount of just telling us that her mother died, I'm assuming, in that hospital.
Either died or is still sickly.
About supporting you or about fucking you? I like it's not the question of who are like what are you doing? It's who are you doing?
She's out of it. She might be pretending.
No. Furuhashi is yeah, okay, well, there we go.
Oh, she actually might be dead.
Yep. Yep, that's a big dead right there. Very dead. Well, at least you aren't gonna make out with your mother.
Allow it. Allow it.
Damn it.
Aww,
She's also
that's
not
a good scene.
Neither are the type of person to take advantage.
I loved that scene. That's a good one. Very precious. I woke up holding her hand. I woke up holding his hand. Heart attack!
Maybe they're gonna get the right idea? I think they might be getting the right idea.
Oh boy.
Okay, everyone, and with that, that is the end of this season, and so it is time, once again, for our ratings on the show. So, Younger Bro, this is your show. What is your opinions of this show?
Okay, guys, so I believe I'm gonna have a better opinion than Older Pro. But, so I like slice of life animes. I like how, normal they are with all the things. And honestly, they did a better job than Magical Senpai in terms of having, like, an ordinary life with ordinary things happening.
Yeah. For shows that are trying to be a slice of life, slice of life is one of the... This might not be fair, but slice of life is one of the show types that's kind of the easiest to write. In the sense that it's characters just spending time together and hanging out and having an ordinary life. Yeah, and even though Nichijou counts itself as an ordinary life, it's very much not. It is a slice of life, but it's also a joke.
It's a comedy slice of life.
It's a parody of normal slice of life shows.
But anyway, I like that. I like any anime that does that. Like, I do like my action anime as well. Like, I love Dragon Ball. Like, I do. Yeah. But they also have elements of slice of life in it because, like, well, another battle won, let's just have a peacetime, and I like that.
I think the thing that I think the way I'd describe it is Dragon Ball doesn't have slice of life. It has adventure. It has adventure elements, and those tend to just be like a
but nowadays it's more action.
I was gonna say, yeah. A good distinction I would say is something like Nichijou is a slice of life, even though it's a comedy.
Yeah.
It's intended to be, and I think even Bofuri counts as like a bit of a slice of life in certain moments, but that one's probably more adventure. So like Nichijou is a slice of life.
Bofuri is just about having an adventure in a video game.
That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of slice of life ish because you're just playing a video game.
But that's what I'm saying. That isn't slice of life. Slice of life is specifically when you're looking at two people's life. It's like it's kind of it's focusing. An adventure is all about going off and doing things, and it can be with friends or not. But a slice of life is specifically like two people hanging out doing a certain activity or spending time together.
And that's almost what We Never Learn is.
Yeah, We Never Learn has that. It approaches that point. It's like 2 out of 5 slice of life in terms of our 5
But they
services we
count
go off
as
of.
school life or
I was gonna say
whatever, and
school
that
life
is true.
School life is one of those things where it's kind of inevitable that you're gonna spend time together because you're in a school. So most shows with a school setting go towards the slice of life. I wouldn't call this an adventure, but I would call Dragon Ball an adventure.
Yes,
that was original Dragon Ball was very much just traveling around, meeting people, and going on fantastical adventures.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So that is one of the reasons I didn't like Magical Senpai that well, is that it kind of doesn't do it's sort of slice of lifey, and it fucked that up. But and it's sort of comedy, and it fucked that up.
But it was also trying to be Nichijou, and it fucked that up.
And it really fucked that up.
I'll be clear, I do want a anime that focus on that kind of magic.
Yeah.
I do want that kind of anime. I'm just pissed off that it was Magical
What
Senpai.
you're saying is that if Teen Titans had instead just been a focus on original... It was Dick Grayson that was a circus performer, right? Or was that the one after?
That was
Todd?
Dick Grayson.
That was Grayson? Okay. Yeah. So you're saying that what you really want to see is a show set in the Batman universe where Dick Grayson doesn't become the protege of Batman, but instead actually just becomes a circus musician. Or like a circus
there's one
character.
girl that does do actual magic in the original Batman show, but I can't remember her name. But anyway, I would want to see an anime on her.
Yeah.
Where it's just normal parlor tricks. It's not like it's a magical girl anime, but not.
It's a magical girl, but it's all card tricks.
It's all card tricks.
Not actually magic.
Yes, I want to see that.
Well, we'll get to Card Captor Sakura, which is magical girls, but it's card tricks, but it actually is magic.
Yeah.
So we'll approach.
But regardless, what do I think of this anime? I think this anime is just as good as Satan Academy. Yeah, it has a slow build-up, oh no, but I didn't hate anything. I think maybe Agatha should have a bit more screen time, but I think she gets that in season 2.
Agatha, like the it's like purple-haired girl, like the...
No, the glasses girl.
Oh, Ortega.
Yeah, sorry, or...
He's not actually Ortega, but
it's
at this
Agatha.
point, we're just putting her as fucking Spanish, even though she isn't.
Anyway, so I would like her to get more screen time because pretty much after that Hot Springs episode, there's not a lot else she does. Like, they finally had her back in, like, the last 2 episodes, but she didn't do a lot, and I kind of feel like she needs a bit more screen time.
Okay, it is Ogata.
Ogata.
Rizu Ogata.
Ogata. I'll just call her Rizu because it's easier.
Yeah.
But... Anyway, I want more screen time with Rizu, but other than that, I don't think I hated a single thing. Purple Hair Girl is the best character in the anime. 100%. Like, guys, you didn't see it, but I don't know if you saw it. There are in-credit scenes with every episode, and one of the in-credit scenes was her sitting with him, and she wrote, "You effing womanizer" on a cake. It's so good. It's so good. So, yeah, because I don't hate anything about the anime, but like I said, once again, I just want more screen time with Rizu. I'm going to rate it a 10 out of 10 for now. Maybe it might change. I don't think it will. I really did enjoy this anime. Very casual, very laid back, and it has some really good relationships. Don't hate anything.
Okay, guys, so my opinions of this show. So I have mixed opinions of this show.
I was about to say, do you hate it?
So I have mixed opinions of this show. So let me start with a very simple thing. Do I think that this show is better than Magical Senpai? Yes, I think this show is better than Magical Senpai. I don't think that's a very controversial opinion. It's a perfectly serviceable show.
Yes.
I do have some problems with this show, though. One problem, which I don't care that much about, is, again, the show has sister shipping in it. Now,
but
it only appears... Joke. Yeah, it's a joke. It only appears twice, and it never goes any further than she acknowledges it, and then they go away. So, I'm gonna give the show a pass on that one. It's not a focus of the show, and in fact,
No.
they do everything in their power to not focus on it. He's literally never at his house to avoid it. So, and apparently his mother and sister and brother really want him to get someone else. So, I'm going to put that aside. One of my main problems, I think, with this show that is definitely going to mean it's not a 10 out of 10 for me is I think the show's pacing needs a lot of work. I understand that this show is a 13-episode show. And there is a season 2. I could just look at the entire whole of the show and say, well, pacing's better by the second season. But I don't think that's fair to this season. I want to rate each season individually. And the fundamental problem with this season is it took 6 episodes before they finally started actually getting off the ground, in a sense. Like, it's not even a situation of I think that they should have introduced every character early on in the show. That's not my problem. But the problem I have with it is there is a different energy to the show in episode 1 through 6 than there is in episode 7 and beyond.
Well, the part of that it's slow is it's trying to build up each character and then slowly work their way.
I get that, and what I want to say is
things.
I don't have a problem with a show that has build up. I get that you do not want to start like season 2 will start off from 10.
Yes,
and that's because we had this full season before it to start off and build up to. But I think it is unreasonable to expect a person to watch half the show before you get interested in it. Like, a lot of people say, oh, well, it starts out slow. You should watch the first 3 episodes before you really judge the show.
No,
I understand that. Yeah, I'm saying, I understand that on some level. Of people saying, you can't just watch the first episode, and if you like the show or not, you'll find out by the first episode. Some cases, that's not true. There are slower builds. Or slower, run shows. I get that. But, frankly, this is a harem romance show. A harem romance show, at its core, is about the zany, off-the-wall moments that happen between characters. If those are not happening in the first half of the show, that's a problem. And that's kind of how I felt in this show. Where until the second half hit, I was like, no, there just aren't a lot of funny, good moments in this.
Well, it's a school life. What more do you want?
What I want is the second half of the show in the first half of the show. Not, again, my expectation. We have it now. Yes, we have it now. So it's better now. But it wasn't as good at the beginning. And I'm not looking at how did the show end. I'm looking at how the show was across its whole runtime. Again, season 2 will judge on its own. But for season 1, I think that they had plenty of time to do build-up for at least the main girls in the first 3 episodes. It's still fine for them to introduce more characters later, but I think the fact that they weren't going at 8 to 9 speed by the 3rd episode for this type of show is a problem.
But I think they did have some moments.
They had some. And that's my problem, is that the first 3 episodes were just introductory episodes. And by the time they started getting into the bits, they was very slow and then built up to a fast speed. And I'm like, no, the build-up should have been in the introduction. The jokes should have been light in those episodes. And then after that, it should have been pretty much full speed.
I think the only way to fix that is if they made the anime episodes longer.
I don't think so. I think they could have.
But
I think they could do more. I'm not sitting back here to say I have an answer for this. I'm just saying I felt that it was kind of disappointing that at the beginning of the show, it took 6 episodes before I'm like, okay, now this is getting good. That, to me, feels like a problem.
For all we know, the manga's longer.
It could be, but I'm not judging it on the manga.
Let us know how long the manga is compared to the anime.
Yeah, it's like, we can look that up, but it's... Yeah, the fundamental problem I have is that the speed at the beginning, I feel, was too slow. They needed to... I'm not sure I could even say what they needed to cut out, but it's like they needed to cut out things to speed it up a little bit. To pull the lid off of things, one of the shows that I scheduled in this block that's coming up, the next 5 shows. And I want to be clear, this does not include We Never Learn if we do decide to watch the second season. I don't know if we're watching the second season yet. Haven't decided yet. But if we decide to, that show doesn't count. I don't count multiple seasons in a row as a new show. It's like we put it in a new playlist, but it's not a new show. So, but the next 5 episodes, I specifically put in one show. One romance show. And I did so for 2 reasons. One, because it's the kind of romance show I want to see more romances be. And 2, because it starts from episode 1. Like, you start the romance in the first episode. The 1 episode is your build-up. That's it. You meet the characters, get to know them, and that's it. You start there. And then 2 and on is they introduce new characters, but the romance is building from there.
But then you could also have the opposite problem where it's too fast.
It could be. So, I'm not saying that it always has to be fast. Let me be that clear. Every show, I think, needs to be judged on its own merits. I think for this show, they needed to speed it up a little bit in the beginning. I think the end is perfectly good. It's just the beginning half of the show took too much time to build up to where I had too little of an opinion of it at the beginning. I shouldn't come away from a show halfway through and say, no, this show is not much better than Magical Senpai. And then by the end of it say, okay, now it's not as bad as Magical Senpai. And that's what this show did to me.
Do you think Satan Academy is better?
So, to talk about it, oh, yes, let me just say that very much. Yes, absolutely. I think Satan Academy is a much better show than this. This show alluded to it wanting to be a Satan Academy in their joke about, like, oh, it's just like an animal. Just, I know that's probably not what they intended, but yeah. So, hands down, Satan Academy is a better show than this show. That's not even a debate in my mind. It is so much better of a show. And I didn't put that as a 10 out of 10. So, hell no am I putting this show at a 10 out of 10. Now, I will say, there's not a lot else that I had that were major problems in this show. One of the things is this has a lot of, on one hand, this show has a lot of tropes, but it also does a good job of them not being so obvious. They mix the tropes around. They're not
bad at it.
Yeah, when they do use tropes, they use them very well, and they tend to mix them around a little bit in a way that you wouldn't expect. For example, I did not expect that Furuhashi was going to be a Yandere, but they just had that happen for 1 episode, and I'm just like, what?
So good.
I like the purple-haired girl.
Oh my god, she is the best.
Yeah, but that's because she's just a tease. That's her entire character. Is just, how can I fuck with this guy just a little bit?
Just you and me. God, her character is so good.
See, my concern is I think she'd be the type of girl that would just have sex with him and then, like, as the part of the joke. And I'm just not, and that's the problem. I like her. I don't think I'd be comfortable being in a relationship with her, though, because she is just too much.
Later in season 2, I think she actually gets jealous of other girls. We actually see it.
Yeah.
In season 2.
It's going to be interesting. So, let me say, I think season 2 is going to be a lot better than this season. But, like I said, I rate show ratings are independent and dependent. So, this is one of the things that we've not done a lot of, because we haven't had the opportunity to, but there are shows where if we watch a second season and we say, second season's 10 out of 10, the first season was also 10 out of 10, but the second season makes the first season look worse, that does, to me, lower the first season's rating. Like, I understand that a lot of people don't agree with this. There's a lot of people that say, Ocarina of Time is a great game, and it was a 10 out of 10 when it was made. And it's like, yeah, and if you release that game right now, it would not be a 10 out of 10. It would be a 6 or 7 out of 10.
Well, you said you're not rating this at 10 out of 10, so if you rate season 2 at 10
yeah,
out of 10,
that won't affect it as much. It
should.
shouldn't. But I'm saying, that's why I'm saying we haven't had a lot of chances for something like this to happen, where, like, Konosuba Season 2 did not make Konosuba Season 1 look worse.
No.
But if I rated this at a 10 out of 10, and then Season 2 was better, it would make this season look worse. Because it is worse.
There's 2 reasons why I gave my 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, how I rate shows is if I have a problem. Didn't have a problem, okay?
Yeah.
And the other reason is because I want to see more of this show.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
my
do
thing.
want more We Never Learn. There's still more manga even after the season 2.
And let me
do
be clear on my ratings as well, because I do want to make clear on this. To me, a 10 out of 10 does not mean I want more of this show. It obviously I do want more of 10 out of 10 shows. But what I'm saying is a show does not need to be 10 out of 10 for you to want more of it. It is perfectly fine for a show that's a 7 out of 10 to still be, I want to see more of this. I want to see more Fist of the North Star, and we'll watch it later. I'm just not as enjoying it as I am ReZero or Lycurus Recoil or Nichijou. It's a fine show. I'm just not enjoying it as much because it's an older show and it doesn't show its age well.
It gets so much better by season 2.
Yeah, exactly. It very well may. And that's fine. But I want to be clear that, to me, if a show's over 7 out of 10, I probably want to see more of it. If I didn't want to see more of it, I'd probably be rating it lower than 7 out of 10. Similarly, with something like Sword Art Online and Magical Senpai, I've rated those shows at 5. They are deserving of that.
Yep.
Something in, I don't know if I'm going to actually cut it at 6, but something 6, 5, 4 out of 10, those are not necessarily shows I don't ever want to see a sequel to. They're shows that I have very mid-level interest in, and if any better shows come out, I will watch those over that show. So if Magical Senpai announced that it's having a season 2 tomorrow, I don't give a shit. Because there's 7,000 other shows that are 7 out of 10 or higher that I have more interest in. And if it's below 4 out of 10, you just shouldn't be watching. Let's just be frank. If you get to a show that's 3 out of 10 or lower, do not watch it. So, let me be very clear that outside of Magical Senpai and Sword Art Online, there has not been a show that we have reviewed yet that I do not want to see more of. But I do not find it fair to give it a 10 out of 10 because there are other shows better than it. So, coming back to my question of where do I think this show lies? I only have one major flaw with it. The sister shipping wasn't big enough for it to actually be a flaw because they mentioned it one single time.
Twice.
Yeah, twice. But they didn't do anything with it. The sister is literally not a character in this show. So, now in season 2, if they have the sister be more of a character, then that season's going to get a worse rating. But just because of the fact they increased the amount of sister shipping in it.
I'm not even sure she returns.
I don't know. They might not. And if they don't, then good for them. But I'm going to give this show the benefit of the doubt and not take points off for that. Even though I rightly could, because my stance is absolute no. The only show that's ever gotten a pass on, that's ever gotten a, no, you did that right, was Magical Senpai. And that was a 5 out of 10 show. And it still knew that the thing you do to a sister shipper is beat the shit out of her and then say, I'm sorry for my dumbass sister.
Yeah.
That show got bonus points for doing that. That's why it's a 5 out of 10. Because it beat the shit out of a fucking sister ship character. Good for you, Magical Senpai. This show does not get bonus points for that. Because all it did was introduce them and then ignore them.
Yeah, shove her away.
So, I'm not taking away, but you don't get bonuses for that. So, in situations like this, as I've said many times, if I don't know where a show perfectly fits, I fall back on my ever-present rating of where does this fit. So, where do I think this show fits? I think this show fits at a 7. I don't think that this show is better than Mob Psycho. I don't think it's better than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So I can't rate it higher than that. There's not a lot that's wrong with the show, except for, the pacing problem I don't like about it. But in terms of its actual, what did it do well? I don't know that there's so much that it did well that I'm saying it's great. Yeah, it's a fine show.
What I really enjoyed about the show was I thought I had seen every clip of it. every single clip.
Yeah, and you did not.
No!
No.
Like, that's what I enjoyed so much about it, and that's another reason I gave it a 10 out of 10.
And that's,
because I'm learning new things.
Yeah, and I will admit, that is very surprising. Most shows, when you go and watch, like, clips of a show, they clip it to death. And there's every single good moment in the entire show is all the clip shows.
Yeah, little did I know there was so much I didn't see.
So I'll give them credit for that. I'll give YouTubers credit for that. They left a lot of moments in the show.
And thank you for doing that.
But I cannot sit back and say this show deserves a better score than JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or Mob Psycho.
Maybe not season 1, but maybe season 2.
Yeah, and that might be
better.
fine. So if we watch season 2 at some point, that could be tomorrow, because this is actually being recorded on a Saturday.
Yeah. So, and the next anime we're watching is today.
Yeah, so like we have to record the next episode for whatever show we watch. That could be that in season 2. It could be a new show.
We don't know.
Whenever we watch season 2, though, if that show's better, I'll rate it better.
Woohoo!
So, yeah, guys, this is actually the highest divergence that me and Younger Bro have ever had in a rating as of this point, because the previous one was Toradora, which was a 2-point variance. This is a 3-point variance. So,
yeah, I don't hate anything about the show, so
yeah.
Like, if I rate it lower, it's only because of season 2, if and when we watch it.
Yeah.
But I have yet to rate any show I've seen lower.
Yeah. So, and my opinion of it stands as, I don't hate this show, but there aren't enough things in it that I thought were
bad,
excellent. There aren't that many things that were super bad that needed to be rated down, but there also weren't that many things that I thought were so great they need to be rated up. Which is why I fall back on my, where does it fit in my rating system? So, okay, guys, well, that's it for this season. Tomorrow we'll be back with a new show, whether it's season 2 or something else. Until then, we'll see you all on the next Saturday, Sunday Hit Anime.
Bye-bye.